everybody! I'm Einar the Bonus, and welcome to Puppet Vikings! Yay! Today we're going to continue our discussions about hats. It's my turn today. So we are going to look at the 6 and 4 panelled hats that are worn by Viking reenactors. I hope you find this useful. We're going to have a look at 6 panelled hat. First thing to do is to get your measurements around your head. We're using inches just for simplicity. Across the top and then from ear to ear. These do come in handy. Now we have the size measurements. If you're going to make a 4 panel version, you simply divide the number by 4. And we are making a 6 panel, so we divide it by 6. Thus we have 4 inches per panel by 7. And there you can see we did make a template earlier. So we're going to use our template, draw around it on our fabric, and then cut the pieces out. This hat type is what is sometimes referred to as a Birka type B. We're covering the B first rather than the A because it's the more common one used. It's a little skull cap made with 6 panels, found in Birka, which was a settlement near present day Stockholm, settled in the 8th century and abandoned in the 10th. They have found over 3,000 graves on the site, which they dug up, and found lots of interesting pieces, including this. All of our marking as close as we can to save on material. Now, with our actual template, we've given ourselves an extra ½ inch either side of where we should. This is to allow for what is called seam allowance. So once you've cut it out, you've got a little extra bit so that you can stitch it together neatly, as well as some additional fabric at the base of each of the panels so that we can fold it over and again get a nice neat seam once the hat is completed. Well, there's all 6 of our panels together, and we're now just going to pin the first one before we stitch it. We're using a simple linen thread, and we're going to do a running back stitch on this one. Well, it was found in grave 644 and had extensive gold wire decoration. We'll cover that in a different video once we've learned how to actually make it. Here we have some artwork from the life of St Edmund. These are plates and they're from around 1130 CE. They show lots of Viking warriors. Now each of them has a colourful hat. I mean, it could be a helmet that's been depicted in a certain way, but it is a round hat with a band at the bottom of some sort. Here you see he is trimming up one edge of the seam allowance so that he can fold it over twice and then stitch it together to hide the seams. This gives you a nice clean flat hem. It's very practical. Does use a lot of material, but quick whip stitch and it's in place. This is a contemporary hat from a burial site along the Silk Road in the Carpathian Mountains. Now, it's not a Viking hat. It's believed to be an Allan or possibly a Mongol hat. It is made of canvas with remains of a fur burn. So, they reckon it had a fur lining on the inside. Seen that done quite a bit, but this particular one is a 4-panelled hat, and you'll see a lot of reenactors wearing a 4-panelled hat. And there it is, one hat. Now we're going to put a little bit of decoration on it. In this case, just a brown piece of material that we're going to cut out of the same fabric we had for making the hat. Nothing flash, after all, this hat's just for me. Pin it in place and then just whip stitch it in. There we can see one of the basic hats. Not very fancy, it's just a 6-panel hat, quite snugly fitting. Another one with a rim of rabbit fur. Does keep the ears nice and toasty. Now we just used a different band of material. You can of course put on tablet braid or inkle braid or anything if you want to decorate the side of your hat, or you can have a go at this wire work. There's lots of interesting topics about it. So that plain one's going to have wire work put on it once we've learned how to do it. So that's why we didn't bother with any other decoration. Wow! That was the 6 and 4-panelled hat, otherwise known as the Birka Type B. I really like the one I've been given. Nice little hat. If you enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe and share with your friends. And we'll see you next time for more Vikings. Bye!